Nestled amidst the rolling hills of Kentucky stands Waverly Hills Sanatorium, a sprawling edifice shrouded in a chilling history. Today, it stands as a stark reminder of the devastating impact of tuberculosis and the countless lives both claimed and forever altered within its walls. Waverly Hills has become synonymous with paranormal activity, attracting thrill-seekers and skeptics alike. But beyond the sensationalized ghost stories lies a captivating and heartbreaking past, one that deserves to be remembered and understood. This is the story of Waverly Hills, a place where hope and despair once intertwined. Its story began in the late 19th century as a humble family home and one-room schoolhouse. However, the serenity of Waverly Hills would soon be forever changed by the arrival of a silent killer tuberculosis, then known as the White Plague. As the disease ravaged communities nationwide, Louisville, Kentucky found itself grappling with a growing epidemic. In response to this public health crisis, the city transformed the once peaceful Waverly Hills into a beacon of hope for the afflicted. In 1910, the doors of Waverly Hills Sanatorium opened, offering a glimmer of hope to tuberculosis patients desperate for a cure. Little did they know that they were entering a place where life and death would walk hand in hand, leaving an indelible mark on the very soul of the building. The early 20th century offered limited treatment options for tuberculosis. Rest, fresh air and a nutritious diet were considered the cornerstones of care, leading to the establishment of sanatoriums like Waverly Hills, strategically located in rural areas believed to be conducive to healing. As the number of patients continued to soar, Waverly Hills underwent a significant expansion in 1924, transforming into a massive 400-bed facility. It became a self-contained community, complete with its own zip code, post office and essential services, reflecting the need to isolate and treat those suffering from the highly contagious disease. While Waverly Hills embraced the latest medical advancements of the time, the battle against tuberculosis was often a losing one. Medical professionals resorted to experimental and often invasive procedures, hoping to find a cure for the deadly disease. Surgical interventions such as artificial pneumothorax, where the lung was intentionally collapsed to promote healing, and thoracoplasty, which involved the removal of ribs to reduce lung compression, became grim necessities within the sanatorium's walls. These procedures, often performed without the benefit of modern anesthesia, served as a constant reminder of the desperation that permeated the lives of patients and medical staff alike. The death toll at Waverly Hills remains a subject of debate. While official records are incomplete, estimates suggest that thousands of souls perished within the sanatorium's walls during its years of operation. The sheer number of deaths necessitated a chilling solution. A subterranean tunnel known as the body chute was constructed to discreetly remove the deceased from the building. This morbid feature, designed to shield patients from the constant reminder of mortality, has become one of the most chilling and enduring legends associated with Waverly Hills. The year 1961 marked the end of an era for Waverly Hills. With the advent of effective antibiotics like streptomycin, tuberculosis was no longer the death sentence it once was. The sanatorium, its purpose fulfilled, closed its doors, leaving behind an eerie silence in the place of the coughs and whispers that once echoed through its corridors. However, the story of Waverly Hills didn't end there. In a peculiar twist of fate, the former sanatorium was repurposed as Woodhaven Geriatric Center in 1963, providing care for the elderly. Sadly, this new chapter was short-lived and marred by allegations of patient abuse and neglect, culminating in its closure in 1982. Since then, Waverly Hills has stood mostly vacant, its decaying grandeur a haunting reminder of its layered past. Over time, Waverly Hills has garnered a chilling reputation as one of the most haunted places in America. Stories of unexplained phenomena and ghostly encounters have circulated for decades, drawing paranormal investigators and curiosity seekers from far and wide. Some claim to have witnessed shadowy figures lurking in the darkened corridors, while others report hearing disembodied voices, the echoes of patients and staff from a bygone era. Each visitor seems to leave with their own spine-chilling tale, adding to the macabre allure of Waverly Hills. Among the numerous ghost stories associated with Waverly Hills, a few stand out as particularly chilling. There's the legend of the ghostly hearse said to materialize on the grounds, its spectral driver forever ferrying the souls of the departed. Another tale speaks of a young woman with bleeding wrists, believed to be the spirit of a nurse who took her own life in despair. And then there's the unsettling presence of a man in a white coat, often spotted in the former operating rooms. His spectral presence a chilling reminder of the experimental procedures that once took place within those very walls. While the paranormal activity reported at Waverly Hills continues to captivate and terrify, it's important to approach these stories with a healthy dose of skepticism. Many of the myths and legends surrounding the sanatorium have become so intertwined with its history that separating fact from fiction can be a daunting task. For instance, the fifth floor, often cited as the most haunted area due to its purported use as a ward for mentally ill patients, was never intended for that purpose. Historical records indicate that this area was designed to maximize sunlight exposure, a key element in early tuberculosis treatment. Similarly, the story of room 502, where a nurse allegedly hanged herself after contracting tuberculosis, has been debunked by historians. Structural analysis of the room reveals that it would have been impossible for someone to hang themselves from the existing fixtures. These inconsistencies highlight the importance of scrutinizing paranormal claims and seeking evidence-based explanations for the strange and unexplained. Despite the debunking of some of the more sensationalized stories, the enduring fascination with Waverly Hills speaks to our innate curiosity about the afterlife and the mysteries that lie beyond our understanding. Whether one believes in the paranormal or not, there's no denying the palpable sense of sadness and loss that permeates the atmosphere of the abandoned sanatorium. Perhaps it's this tangible connection to the past, the echoes of suffering and resilience etched into the very walls, that continues to draw us to places like Waverly Hills. It's a stark reminder of our own mortality and the enduring power of places where life and death have intersected in profound and often unsettling ways.